Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Rich Ice 80, but you call me Rich. And I'm about to do another quick video, man. I seen in one of my comments, somebody made a comment that I'm going to Keenesburg, Colorado for Stephen Transport. Okay, this is only pertaining to Stephen Transport. And this is what they don't tell you, and you should listen to this, okay? This might come as a surprise to you, so be prepared for it. But you're not an employee. That surprised me when I went through the when I got called the what do you call him? The recruiter. When I called the recruiter, and I did my application over the phone. I did my application on a Wednesday. The recruiter called me on Thursday morning and told me that I was approved and I was hired on. So me assuming that I was hired on with Stephen Transport, that I didn't have to go through anything else. That was a lie, okay? So what's going to happen to you when you go to Keenesburg? First of all, Keenesburg sits about 65 miles. What the heck? Oh, man, see this dude in the black hoodie run up inside my damn truck. Man, you gotta be, yeah, that's another thing I watch out for out here. But anyway, Keenesburg sits about 65 miles outside of Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado is beautiful. Keenesburg is its own little town. The trucking school is actually the little city. Everything around there supports the trucking school. So that's kind of a good thing. There's a grocery store there. There's a Spanish restaurant there. There's a laundromat there. So you'll be fine. The facilities, though, are a little rough, okay? If you're a female, you'll be housed in a female dorm. It's a little small shack, okay? The male dorm is also the same thing too. It kind of reminds me of Full Metal Jacket a little bit. Kind of how those, you ever watch the movie Full Metal Jacket? Kind of looks like that a little bit. One of the dorms do. If you're lucky enough to get one of their modern dorms, then you lucked out, okay? But most of the dorms are they're a little old, okay? The people who run the school are really nice though. You know, they're really informative. They're going to train you well. Because you're going in the wintertime, make sure you have some long johns and thermals on. And make sure you have boots that can get wet. That does good with wet, because it snows a bitch up there, okay? I was there in September, and it snowed. One day it snowed 2 feet. Next day it was 100 degrees outside. That's the extremes of that time in Denver, okay? Anyways, what they don't tell you, Stevens doesn't tell you, what you need to know is that they don't hire you. And on the first day you go to Keenesburg, you're going to do, well, the first day or the second day, you're going to do a drug test and a physical examination. If you don't pass the drug test, you're going home. The physical is very basic. They just want you to get your permit. Chances are you don't have your permit. So you're going up there to get your permit. Also, they're going to make you a temporary resident of Keenesburg. That's right. Your CDL will say Keenesburg, Colorado. It's up to you to change it when you go to Stevens. They give you about 60 days to do that, okay? They don't tell you that. So if you want to have ID and stay in Keenesburg, you can, but they won't. I don't know if they'll allow it. You know, I had mine for a year up there. You know, it was cool having a Colorado license, whatever. But so you'll see a lot of people get dismissed on that first day because of drugs, okay? So if your pee is dirty, don't go, okay? Second thing is, what they don't tell you, you're not hired. You're not. You get no paycheck, no nothing. And see, I didn't know that. So I got up there, and I had some money on me to feed myself, so thank God. Also, pack lightly. The reason I say that, because you're going to be in Keenesburg for about 3 to 4 weeks, okay? And if you bring a whole lot of suitcases up there, you got to lug that stuff up there. Then you got to lug it down to Stevens, and then you got to lug it onto your trainer's truck, and he's going to be pissed, okay? My recommendation is get a big duffel bag, not the military ones, but like a big duffel bag, like a gym bag. You know, 5 pair of socks, 5 pair of underwear, 5 pair of t-shirts, your toiletries, and a couple pair of jeans if you want to work in jeans. Make sure you have your boots on your feet, a pair of sneakers. I mean, just pack tight as quarters you can be. Okay, your trainer's gonna love you for that. And you can wash clothes. They got washer and dryer up there for you to use, so it's not an issue. You know, I see people pull up there with suitcases and suitcases. And I understand. Some people, you know, they're losing their homes or they're becoming homeless. So they say, you know what, I'm going to live in a truck. So they'll bring everything they had. Bad idea. But hey, it's up to them. So anyway, after you go through Keenesburg, you're going to go through their training program. It's going to be at the big old field. The field is a little muddy. That's why I say bring boots that can get wet. Something like a galoshes or something. That's like an old school term right there. Okay, but something that can get wet, because it's going to be about 2 or 3 feet of snow out there when you get there. I assure you that. Okay. Once you pass your courses, you're going to take your permit test. They're going to give you about 2 or 3 chances to pass. Once you get past that phase, to pass that, you're going to be basically out there on the field all day working. It's going to be very cold, so you got to be outside. Okay. Once you graduate out of that school, though, right, you're going to take a Greyhound bus or a plane down to Dallas. That was fun for me. It was an adventure, you know. This whole thing was an adventure for real. I'm from the East Coast, and I've never been to the West Coast at all, so going out to Keenesburg was a good experience. I can't take that from Stevens. But the thing that pissed me off the most, and had a lot of people up and mad, okay, and pay attention to this. You get down to Stevens, they're going to run your background again. They're going to run your MVR. They're going to see if you even have a DAC. They're going to piss test you again. Okay? And they're going to give you a physical again. And this time, it's going to be very invasive. Okay? The bullshit physical you get in Keenesburg is just to get you a permit. We get down to Stevens, they're going to get into you. Okay? And if they see something they don't like, they will send you home. When I went down to when I left Keenesburg, went to Dallas, in my class, there was about 25 people. They sent 10 people home. I thought I was mad as hell. I'm sitting down there, and mind you, I've been out of a job for a month, over a month. And I'm thinking that, okay, now I'm going to start getting paid. And next thing I know, they're sending people home. They're firing people. Look, sir, we got a Greyhound ticket for you. Have a good day. And they do it as casually. And then I learned that that's the thing. They don't tell you. Bullshit, right? So you better if you have health issues, they'll find out. So you better get those health issues addressed before you get to Keenesburg. Okay, because you get down to Dallas, they're going to send you home. And when they send you home with a bill. Sir, please start paying that $7,000 to be paid to get your CDL. Because once you have your CDL in your hand, they can't take it away from you. That's a state thing. Stevens is a private employer. But they're going to get their money. They're going to hound you for it. Okay? I had a couple guys I went to school with who, you know, now if that happens to you, it's not all and all. Okay? What you should do, if you get dismissed, once you have your CDL, once you passed, because you won't get your CDL for about 2 weeks after you pass Keenesburg. Once you get your CDL, you need to go down to Stevens. If they don't hire you, call Charlie and them. Charlie's the one who runs the school in Keenesburg. You'll meet him on the first day. He has like a raspy voice. I think he has some sort of injury or maybe even some illness that caused his voice to go out. But he's a very nice guy. Very. As long as you want to work with him, as long as you show a good attitude, he'll work with you. But call him up and he'll get... Well, I got cut off there. I'm sorry about that. But listen, man, call Charlie up. He'll get you another job. He deals with other companies that will take on people who get rejected from Stevens, okay? But Stevens is very strict on a lot of things. Once, if you tell them you smoke marijuana in the past, like, year or two, they're going to send you home. If you ever fail a drug test or piss test or refuse to take a piss test, they're going to send you home, okay? If they find out about a criminal conviction that you didn't disclose, because they are going to do a background check on you. They use a company called, what are they all called? I can't think. They're like they're a parasite company. I hate those fuckers. But they're gonna look there and they're gonna do a matchup and see if it's straight. I had a guy, right? We graduated on Friday. He was from Denver, Colorado. He went home. He had gotten into an accident one day. On Saturday. Monday morning, the insurance company must have reported it on his driver's license, and Stevens found out, and they sent him home. That's how strict they are. Okay, they're sons of bitches. Trust me when I tell you this. Okay? So just prepare for that. But yeah, you're not an employee. You know, you're not hired at Stevens until the 3rd or 4th day. So it's like a survival thing in there. And they'll be letting people go. And your nerves will be frayed. Because when I went to the orientation class at Stevens, they sent 10 people home. I was like, damn, I don't think I'm going to have a job. If you're overweight, you got high blood pressure, you got scars on your body that you can't explain, if you told me you had a broken anything, you don't have no documentation to back it up, if you're on prescription medication, if you told them you hear voices, I mean, you say anything that doesn't sound like you're a perfect person, they're going to send you home. And that's going to suck because you've been gone for a month and you have no job. Because people who come to trucking school ain't got no money. Not to mention you are 1,000 miles away from home. Now, the good thing about them is that they'll send you home on a bus ticket. Okay? So at least they don't leave you stranded. Other companies do, but Stevens will make sure you get home. But just you're there to work. Okay? You need money. So like, subscribe, comment. If you want some more information, I will leave it as it comes to me. Until then, peace.